Your brain has one main job: keep you safe. The problem is success lives outside of safety. And that is one of the biggest reasons why most people stay average. Not because they are lack of intelligence, not because they lack of talent, but because their brain keeps pulling them back into comfort zone. Once you understand this mechanism, you start seeing it everywhere. You start realizing that saying average is rarely a problem of ability. Most of the time, it's something much simpler. It is the unwilling to step outside the comfort. In this video, I want to show you 3 patterns that quietly keep people average for years, including the realization that made me quit my engineering job and start building a company. Because once you see these 3 patterns clearly, you cannot unsee them. The human brain is basically a survival machine. For most of the human history, uncertainty meant danger. If you trusted the wrong situation or took the wrong risk, that could literally cost your life. So, the brain evolved to prefer predictability. Familiar routines feel safe. Known environment feels safe. Doing the same thing you did yesterday feels safe. And that made the perfect sense for survival. But here is the strange part. The same survival instinct that protected humans for thousands of years is now the exact thing keeping many people stuck. Because the world we live in today works very differently. Growth requires uncertainty. Learning requires failure. Building something meaningful requires risk. If you want to become stronger, you put your body under stress. If you want to become smarter, you struggle with difficult ideas. If you want to build something meaningful, you step into territory where nothing is guaranteed. But your brain does not reward that. It rewards familiarity. It rewards what it already knows. And that is exactly how the comfort zone becomes a trap. Because comfort zone does not feel dangerous. It feels peaceful. And that is why it is so dangerous. But before we get into the 3 patterns, let me quickly introduce myself. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name is Batuhan. I am the co-founder of RAF Technologies, a cloud computing startup. We launched about a year ago. Right now, I am building the company while documenting the journey here and sharing what I learned about startup, discipline, and personal growth. And one of the biggest lessons that I have learned this year so far is this: comfort can quietly destroy your potential. Not in dramatic moments, but slowly, almost invisibly. And once you see this, how it works, it becomes impossible to look at the comfort in the same way again. The first pattern is something most people never notice. Average is rarely a conscious decision. Most people do not wake up and say, I want to live an average life. It doesn't happen like that. They drift into it. They follow the default path. They do what feels normal. They do what looks safe. They do what everyone around them is already doing. And because they never question the path, average becomes automatic. Average is not a decision. It is what happens when you never challenge the default. And this is exactly the mistake I almost made myself. So, before starting my company, I was working as an engineer. I was 26 years old. I had a solid salary. From the outside, my life looked stable. The kind of life most people would call safe. And to be honest, it was comfortable. I knew what my income would look like. I knew what my month would look like. I knew what tomorrow would probably look like. But the more I thought about it, the more something started bothering me. Yes, it was safe, but it was also limited. My career was inside someone else's system. My growth depended on someone else's decision. My upside had a ceiling placed on by someone else. And that is when something clicked. Sometimes what looks like a safe road it's actually the bigger risk. Because when you spend your life working for someone else, you are climbing the mountain that belongs to someone else. Your income is limited, your growth is limited, your freedom is limited. And for me, that felt like a bigger risk than uncertainty. So I quit my job and started building RAF. And overnight, everything became even more uncertain. You know, when you start your startup, there is no clear map, no guaranteed outcome, no predictable path. And that experience taught me something I will probably carry for the rest of my life. Comfort is addictive, and modern life has made comfort easier than ever before. Endless scrolling, endless entertainment, endless distractions. You can spend hours feeling busy without actually moving your life forward. Every time you avoid something difficult, your brain gives you immediate relief. You postpone the hard task, you delay the uncomfortable conversations, you avoid the risk. You stay where things feel familiar. And in the short term, it feels great. That is why comfort is so powerful. It rewards you immediately. Comfort tells you, relax, do it tomorrow, stay where you are. This is easier. And most people listen. But here is the cost. Comfort feels peaceful today, but it quietly steals your future. That is why I like this quote so much. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. But here is something else most people misunderstand about the risk. And I only understood this after starting a startup. Taking a risk, sometimes it's not so bad. Even now, building a RAF is full of uncertainty. Almost every day feels uncertain. I'm walking a path that I have never walked before. Many decisions go wrong. Many things take longer than expected. Many mistakes happened. But something interesting happens in business. A few right decisions can have massive leverage. One product improvement can move everything forward. One good hire can change the speed of the company. One smart system can save hundreds of hours. One right bet can change the entire system. So, that is why the real game is not perfection. The real game is survival. Staying in the game long enough to improve. Because if you keep learning, adjusting, and improving your judgment, your results eventually improve too. And that brings us to the third pattern. So, the people who escape average are not always more talented. They are not always smarter. Very often, they are simply more comfortable with discomfort. Like founders, athletes, creators, they all train this ability. They learn to tolerate things that most people avoid. Uncertainty, pressure, failure, rejection, slow progress, lack of validation. Most people want the results, but very few people are willing to carry the discomfort that comes before the result. There is a quote I really like. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. So guys, be the ship on the open seas. For me, this idea shows up through discipline. Discipline has always been one of my strongest traits. For example, I wake up early no matter what. Even if I sleep at 4 a.m., I wake up at 8. I have trained consistently more than 8 years. And when it comes to work, I am very strict with myself. If something's on my to-do list, I finish it. If I have a plans with the friends and one task is still unfinished in my mind, I cannot fully relax. My mind keeps going back to it. I need to complete it first. Because the growth rarely comes from comfort. It comes from disciplined discomfort. Most people think comfort equals safety, but comfort can quietly shrink your life. It can make your ambitions smaller, your standards smaller, your future smaller. And the truth is, the biggest risk in life is often avoiding the risk completely. Your brain will always try to keep you safe. That's its job, but your potential lives outside of that safety. Your growth lives outside that safety. The life you actually want probably lives outside of that safety too. So, the real question is not whether comfort feels good. Of course it feels good. The real question is, are you building the life you actually want? Or are you just protecting the life feels comfortable today?